Here's a play that came up in our recent high school game, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to make a video on it. It could be a good refresher, or it could get you some insight on the fact that this is a two-step penalty, or it could be good if you're a new official learning the rules and the process that you need to go through in discerning if you need to throw a flag for ineligible receivers downfield. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through the play in full speed here. We're going to be keying on number 50 here. And that's really about as much as we need to see. So we're looking at ineligible receivers downfield. Keep in mind we have second and about 2 yards to go. So line to gain is 2 yards downfield. And we're just going to get definitions and rules out of the way. So going from the most recent rule book, and we are in the 2025 season. If we go to rule 7.5.12, we have ineligible A players may not advance beyond the expanded neutral zone on a legal forward pass play before a legal forward pass that crosses the neutral zone is in flight. So offensive players that are ineligible can't advance beyond the expanded neutral zone before a forward pass which crosses the neutral zone is in flight. So one thing you can take from there is what's the expanded neutral zone. We can go to the definition of that, which is the definitions is Rule 2. Section 28 is the neutral zone. We go to Article 2. The neutral zone may be expanded following the snap up to a maximum of 2 yards behind the defensive line of scrimmage. So that's one thing right there. That's our boundary, is 2 yards beyond or behind the defensive line of scrimmage. So this is a two-part penalty. One, you need to have ineligibles beyond that restriction, that yard line restriction based on the expanded neutral zone. And then you also have to have a forward pass that crosses the line of scrimmage. So we're going to go slow motion here. So if we're the umpire, we're going to see the play action. Okay, it's a pass. Okay, so what we need to do is need to get from our normal position from about 8 yards or about 2 yards behind the linebackers deep to moving up to that roughly 2 yard spot so that we could see or get a feel for where the lineman can be in order to not be called for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to move up from here to roughly here so that we know, okay, if I have ineligible receivers past me, they've gone past 2 yards. That's the thing. You want them to go past 2 yards. If you're going to call ineligibles downfield at 2 yards, I mean, you're really kind of nitpicking and getting really fine on throwing that flag. So really the rule of thumb is once they get to 3 yards downfield, then you throw the flag. But once you get to that 2 yard, you're really getting pretty strict on that. So we'll keep going here. And so this is me at the umpire position. So we're going to keep going slow motion. And my mentality right here is, oh my gosh, I see number 50. What is he doing all the way out here? He's about 4 yards downfield. So what you need to do is you pretty much need to have your hand on your flag ready to go to throw it just in case. But you can't throw a flag for ineligibles downfield just because you see a lineman downfield, because there's another part of this that needs to get fulfilled. You need to have a forward pass that crosses the line of scrimmage, which we do. But here's the next thing. If we go slow motion, I'm going to try and freeze this as soon as the ball leaves the passer's hand. About right there. Me in this moment, I saw this. I saw number 50 right here, and I tried to get a feel for where he was once that forward pass left his hand and was in the air. In my thought, in real time, I thought he was at the line to gain. So I thought he was at the line to gain. And if we fast forward, you see me walk forward to the yard line where the line to gain is so that I can get a feel. Was that 2 yards or is that 3 yards? So I felt that player at the time the ball was released and is now technically in flight, he was at the line to gain, which was 2 yards downfield. So I did not throw a flag for ineligibles downfield. Yes, a second or two longer, the pass was in flight and he's downfield, but at the time it was in flight initially, he was 2 yards. So I did not throw the flag on this. So had he been on the 40-yard line about now, or a yard deeper, I would have thrown the flag. But it basically is just getting the idea that this is a multi-step penalty, and just because you have a lineman or another ineligible receiver downfield doesn't mean that you're going to throw a flag the second you see it. It's a multi-step play. Stuff has to develop. It's okay to have a slow flag. It's okay to have no flag, as long as you think about it, process it, and get it right. So here, I probably should have thrown a flag on this, because he is really kind of pushing it at being at the 40-yard line, 3 yards downfield. But that's me after looking at the play, being able to use slow motion and replay. But in real time, my thought process was, okay, by the time he released the ball, I saw it was going to go past the line of scrimmage, so we're good on that. But he was about 2 yards downfield. I didn't see that he was 3 yards, so I didn't throw the flag. Yeah, you got your hand on the flag because you see a lineman downfield, but I took my hand off once you see that he's good. We're not going to get particular about it.